Hello, Bucs fans. Adam Slivon here. Believe it or not, NFL training camp is less than a month away. Training camp is one of my favorite times of the season. You get to see players in pads go in full speed, and it's a chance to really examine the roster and see which players will have roles this upcoming season. On the flip side, though, returning players might be cast aside for new arrivals, and in true pirate fashion, walk the plank. Who might that be? Let's break it down in this week's edition of Top 10 Takeaways, starting with number 1. General Manager Jason Licht and the Bucs front office have been building up the team in recent seasons. That means hard decisions will be made to trim the roster down to 53 players and keep so much of the homegrown talent around. Who's in danger of not surviving the summer? Number 2. Let's start with wide receiver Trey Palmer. Once viewed as a potential wide receiver 3, big play Trey, Palmer fell out of favor last season in Liam Cohen's offense. He really didn't capitalize on Mike Evans and Chris Godwin missing significant time. Now, the 2023 sixth-round pick is the odd man out. Number 3. Drafting wide receivers Emeka Egbuka and Tej Johnson only hurts Palmer's chances of making the team. The speedy wideout was already linked to trade rumors this offseason, and it wouldn't be surprising to see him cut or shipped out of town, swapping some future day 3 picks. Number 4. Cornerback Josh Hayes is up next. Drafted 10 spots before Trey Palmer, Hayes was a special teams ace during his rookie year. When forced into game action, though, it has not been a pretty sight, as he struggled mightily in coverage. Number 5. This picture might hurt some Bucs fans. For more context, Hayes allowed a 65.6 completion percentage, 10.1 yards per catch, 4 passing touchdowns, and a 124 passer rating in coverage last season. Yikes. Talk about making every quarterback look like Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson. After the Bucs drafted cornerback Benjamin Morrison and re-signed cornerback Bryce Hall, Hayes could soon find himself squeezed off the roster. Number 6. Tight end Ko Kieft. There's a lot of talk and relative excitement about the tight end position with Cade Otton, Payne Durham, and Devin Culp each displaying promise at times. Rarely do you see Kieft's name come up much in those conversations. Once viewed as a plus blocking tight end, he fails to impact games much. As a four-stringer, his only value really comes from special teams. It's doubtful that will be enough to make the team this time around. Number 7. Safety Kaevon Merriweather. With the secondary being bolstered throughout the offseason, Merriweather could see his time in Tampa Bay end. He was a midseason casualty in 2024 for a couple weeks with the Lions before returning to the team. Now all it's going to take is a good preseason by safety Shiloh Sanders or J.J. Roberts to usurp his roster spot as a backup. Number 8. I got 2 for you here. Wide receivers Cameron Johnson and Rakim Jarrett. Circling back to the wide receiver position, a loaded one at that, it's going to be an uphill battle for the backups in recent years to cut it in 2025. Johnson dropped his one and only target in the end zone nonetheless last season, spending much of it injured. Not to mention, his spot as a returner is gone after the team drafted Tej Johnson. In Jarrett's case, he's been little more than an emergency target, failing to emerge as a threat. Each former undrafted free agent looks likely to be fighting for a practice squad spot at best. Number 9, 2 more for you. Outside linebackers, Marquise Watts and Jose Ramirez. The additions of Hassan Reddick and David Walker only take away from the few snaps Watts and Ramirez ever get. Fans and the organization have waited patiently for either to become anything more than off-season darlings to no avail. With the Bucs now 5 deep at the position, their time to shine is over. And number 10, left guard Sua Opeta. Opeta is interesting. Depending on how the team approaches building out the rest of the offensive line, the veteran might not make the team despite resigning on a one-year deal. He will have to show he's recovered from a torn ACL and be a better option than Elijah Klein and or Jake Majors and Ben Scott along the interior. Already 28 years old, his upside is limited compared to theirs. That'll do it for my top 10 takeaways this week, but be sure to check out pewterreport.com for our insight on the latest Bucs news. Also, tune into our Pewter Report TV YouTube channel, as you never know who our guests might be and what we might be talking about. You can also find us on social media on X, Instagram, and Facebook You know the drill, at Pewter Report. To see my 10 takeaways and more of my analysis, you can find me on X at Adam Lives On. I hope you enjoyed this video, covering the Bucs who might not survive the summer. Do you agree with my list? Want to make the case for one of them to make the team, or add to the conversation? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. I'll see you soon for another Top 10 Takeaways.